Okay, another fast tutorial. Let's do in the Arduino High School Robotics course, let's do a02 voltage divider. Now, voltage divider is for if you've got a two-prong sensor. So, and pretty much most two-prong sensors will work with this. It's pretty much a reduced version of the other one we were doing, the first one. So I'm going to double push to put it into DFU mode. That should be breathing, in this case, orange. I'm going to check that my board is the Nano 33 BLE. I'm going to go to COM 8. Nope. COM 7 is the one that says Arduino Nano 33 because we're in DFU mode. I've already copied it here, so let's let that run. Now, let's talk about a voltage divider. Here is my source. It's I use snap circuits, but it's just a photoresistor. It just, the resistance changes based on the intensity of light. And you'll see when we work with this voltage divider that whether it changes in a positive or negative direction is totally flexible. So this is compiling. When it's done, notice it's saying error, but it's not really an error because it's auto switch to COM 8. And then we load the serial monitor, which that happened to do. Now I've got a 3,000 millisecond delay. So it's bringing out, but it's bringing out random information at the moment. Now, typically I get my students to shut off their board when I'm connecting stuff. So I'll be good here. We need to find out stuff about the Nano 33 BLE. So here it is, 3v3 volts. Now this is not a 5-volt Arduino, is right there. So we're down 2, AO is down 4, and ground is at the bottom, it's up 2. So let's go for it. AO was down 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3v3, I'm gonna put 3v3 on the resistor side to start with. And the other side, which has the photoresistor, I'm going to put at ground, which is easier to see it as a little box. So can we see everything? So what do we have? We have volts going through a resistor. It doesn't matter what resistor. In the middle, and this is where we get the voltage divider, the dividing part is going to the sensor, and the ground is the photoresistor at the moment. Now, the nice thing about these two-prong sensors is you can actually flip these around, you can change the resistor, and it's all about what you want. So let's plug that in again. Always just double check at the bottom, it hasn't updated, but we are on COM 8, which it knows is the Nano 33 BLE. And if we open the serial monitor, theoretically it should start running, and it looks like it didn't. So let's just try it again. Serial monitor 1002. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm getting a result of 0. I use a cell phone on it, and I'm getting a result of, you got to be patient, wait. That's not good. We are 1, 2, 3, 4 down. We are good there. And it's absolutely not working. What did I screw up? Ground. We've got that on, is that A001? Oh, 3v3, not on the right one. Let's see if we've blown up our board, which can happen, but these boards are pretty tough. What did I hook it up to? I hooked it up to the LED, the main LED. So where are we at now? We are getting a really low reading on a bright light. If I cover it up, we're getting a very high reading. So you need to ask yourself, is that what you want? Personally, I think it makes much more sense to flip my 3v3 and my ground. So the resistor is now at ground. The analog reading is still in the same spot. And let's see my results now. On covering it up, I'm getting, look down here, very low numbers. That makes sense to me. If I put a bright light on it, I get very high numbers. Now notice I've written, or this old Arduino program has 4095 as the top. I'm thinking it's more 1024. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to change my code to say 1024 is max. And so this is actually a pretty nicely done situation. Now I've mentioned we could do any resistor. So let's just see what happens if I throw a 10K resistor in here instead of what I've got. So the 10K, and it doesn't really matter if you can see all of this, same situation, but now let's see what happens with the information. Now, slightly less. It was up at 1023, slightly less there. But when I cover it up, what do I have? Now it's down at 0, where I'm thinking before it wasn't quite at 0. So we've just shifted the range a little bit. A reminder, if you switch the plus and the minus, typically with students, I'm really strict about making sure you don't mess up the plus and minus. But with a voltage divider, it's actually kind of nice. Now we're reading, it's like a darkness reader. So this is very high in a dark sense. And when we put on a light, it's very low. And that might make your logic in your computer program a little nicer to work with. That's it. That's pretty much what this is about. Students messing around with the resistors. And a reminder, this could be any two-prong sensor. And typically you're going to have 5 or 6 different types of two-prong sensors. Have a good day.